up my anime peeps? It's Rachel here from the Oda Review. How's it going? So it's been a while for my videos. I have had a couple busy weeks. So last weekend was MCN Expo, so I'm sort of still doing some editations on my videos and of what I got basically at the show. And yeah, last weekend just gone, I went to the Final Fantasy Distant Worlds concert with my best buddy Kat. So that was amazing. So I will have another video of that yet to come. But in the meantime, I have 2 loot crates to do. I will be doing 2 separate videos. So for the meantime, this is the October crate. I know it's a little bit delayed, but I've been busy. And this is the Survive box. So basically it's all horror and sort of horror action themed animes. So I think there's Dead Man Wonderland, Death Note and Black Clover I think is in there as well. So I haven't really looked in the box. I have just literally sort of opened it, had a quick peek and then shut it back down again, but I couldn't really see much because there was a big item on the top. So anyway, I'm going to put it down, pick an item out one at a time and show you what's in the box of mysteryness. So first item is the poster, which I'm not going to look at, so that's why I couldn't see anything, because it was just a big massive blob of red and black. And the first item feels like a t-shirt, which is always good because I love anime t-shirts, because always is going to the never-ending laundry pile to my mother. And I'm just going to pull up the t-shirt and let you see. So, oh cool, it's the Dead Man Wonderland item, and it is of Shiro and Ganta. And if you've not watched Dead Man Wonderland before, it did come out quite a few years ago. I think this came out in 2009 or 2010, and yeah, they only just recently finished a manga a few months ago, at book 25 I think it was. And basically Ganta, he's a high school student. Basically he's at school one day, and basically this evil floating man appears out the window, kills everyone in his class except him, and then he's put in court on the blame that he's killed everyone. He's blatantly adamant that he's innocent, and he gets put into this manic prison cell called the Dead Man Wonderland, where basically it's a tourist attraction / prison, and the prisoners are basically used as entertainment, and they have to fight for their lives in like all these random death games for like this piece of candy that they have to eat every 24 hours, otherwise the collars around their necks go off, they explode and they die. And yeah, it's a bit mental. And Shiro has a little bit more of involvement around the end. I'm not going to say any spoilers because I haven't actually finished reading the book, so I need to keep reading ahead of that. But yeah, Dead Man Wonderland is definitely an anime I would highly recommend for any horror or action fans. So that is awesome because yeah, it's one of my favourites and it's in my DVD collection that I love watching. The only problem with Dead Man Wonderland was when they were making the anime, obviously the books weren't finished, so they did kind of make up their own ending, which was a bit flatlined, because after the events, I think it was episode 15, it kind of goes on more in the book, but it's what happened, and it was still a good anime nonetheless. So yeah, t-shirt item. Sorry, didn't mean to blather on. Right, next item. I'm trying not to look at the box. Okay, it feels like we've got a manga. Ah, cool. It is Black Clover, and it looks like this is the Loot Crate variant exclusive cover, and it's quite nice. It's very nice, bold artwork. Well, line work, I should say. Very nice watercolour. So yeah, it's pretty much just the exclusive version of book number 1. I already have the standard book, so I'm up to book number 4, but I haven't read yet. I've only read the first book. And yeah, don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of hatred towards the Black Clover anime at the moment. It came out a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it's already been very heavily criticised, shall we say. Don't get me wrong, animation is stunning, the music is good, it's just the pacing of the anime and the voice cast in some characters is very, very poorly chosen. Basically the first 3 episodes only cover the first chapter of the manga. It only covers chapter 1 in 3 episodes, and they've cut out a lot of the plot at the beginning of why the brothers were put in the orphanage and everything, and it's just a real shame that they didn't do it proper justice. And the main protagonist is voice in the anime is agonizingly irritating. Literally, this guy who voices him cannot end a sentence without screaming everything, and literally every sentence will end in Nya! And literally I struggled to get through the first episode. It was that bad voice acting. But I'm gonna try and pull through and see what it's like. Maybe the dub is going to be better if they do go through with the dubbing. Fingers crossed. But it's still a good book. Nevertheless, I would read the manga first before watching the anime. That's all I can suggest. So that is the manga item for the box. Right, there's a huge box. I'm going to leave that to the side to last. And I think this is the clothing item. Ah, these are so cool! It's the Death Note item. It's a pair of Ryuk socks! Oh my god, oh, they're really long as well. Oh, those are cool. They're weirdly capped at the end for some reason. Oh, I see, it was like the little pin. So there's Ryuk in all his Death God glory. That's the first time that I've got a pair of socks from Loot Crate that I actually like, because I prefer black and blue socks because of work and everything. So yeah, I can wear them with my anime pride. Yeah, definitely, again, very, very highly recommended. If you haven't watched it or read it, where the hell have you been? Because it's amazing. Except the Netflix film. Don't touch that piece of crap. It's fucking terrible. Oh my god, I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't watch it. I stopped about halfway through because, oh, it was atrocious. I'm sorry, it just was atrocious. But nevertheless, these items are better. So yeah, I'd rather have a pair of socks than watch the Netflix Death Note. So that is the Ryuki socks. Right, this is the charm. Okay, this is slightly different from what they normally do. It looks like sort of a guitar pick. I think they've actually made this month's charm from some sort of balsa wood. I'm just going to take it off the loopy thing. Okay, yeah, it is actually wood and it's engraved. That is really cool. See, I like it when they pick up the charms. See, if you can't just see it on my camera, you can just see Yumi-chan's face. I don't know who that is. That is the anime Crate Loot mascot. Yeah, she's sort of like a little anime girl, so she's looking a little bit creepy. You can't really see a lot of detail. You can just see her face and the silhouette of her hair, and obviously on the back is Loot Anime and the number of the box. But yeah, it is still pretty cool. I like it when they change up the chains because they go from metal to plastic to resin to metal covered resin and lots of all sorts. But that is really cool. I like it. It's kind of like a spirit warding charm, kind of like what they sell at Japanese temples. So that's pretty cool. Right, so that is everything for the small items. As you can see, as the theme for this box is survival, they've made it into a zombie survival kit, which is pretty cool. And this is the last item. Ooh, it's a figure. I likes me a figure, and I recognise these boxes. It's a Bandai Banpresto box, and it is a Naruto item, and it is of Sasuke, or if you watch Naruto Bridge, Sasuke. So I haven't actually seen this figure, but it does look pretty nice, and I think I recognise this series as well, because I think I have the figure that goes with this bad boy. Sorry, the box is done up with a butt ton of tape as always. Right. Oh, and it's all in separate pieces. It's like, oh no, he's all in one piece. Not that anime. Oh, that is nice. Okay, I'm just going to open them up and show you. Oh, that is super cool. His eyes are a little derpy though. So that is the figure. So as you see, it's Sasuke in his sort of a shinobi robe, and I kind of like what they've done with the tassel bits. It's kind of like metallic, but they're slightly see-through. And he does have a sword, and you can also put it on his back as well in here if you don't want him holding it. And there's his sword of justice, and it comes with a triangle stud. And the reason I recognise this series is because I've got the Naruto figure that goes with this. So bear me 2 seconds. Okay, so the reason I did recognise the stand was because that is the Sasuke figure put together, and this is the Naruto figure. And I'm sorry the base is so dusty. it's been on the shelf for quite some time. But basically this was a figure that was exclusive to the PlayStation PS3 game. And I bought this at MCM Expo years ago, about two years ago I think, and I got it for a tenner, and it was like with the game, the DLC and the figure, and this is the last one on the table, so I was pretty glad to get him. And now I've got Sasuke, so I can have them back to back or facing off as rivals. Actually, that's pretty cool. I do like that. So yeah, I got Naruto, Sasuke, Naruto, Sasuke. Sorry, I watched Naruto Bridge way too much. So that's pretty cool. I now have a matching set, so yay! So that is everything in the anime crate, guys. So I'm really super stoked with that. Got a cool shirt, got a good book, got some socks to keep my feet toasty because it's super cold, and I got a really cool figure to go with another one. So that's super awesome. Next month's box, or November's box, or this month's now, I should say, is going to be Gods and Spirits. So there's going to be Noragami and loads of other stuff with spirits and gods. I can't remember what the animes were, unfortunately. I only remember Noragami off the top of my head. But nonetheless, it will be a great box, and I look forward to it, and I should be getting it in a couple weeks' time. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. So please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I will say sayonara desu. Stay nerdy, stay happy, and keep collecting. Bye bye.